Hello everyone and welcome to the Steam Trial Gaming Podcast. Today for the 15th November of 2017. My name is Kralizec and I will be your host for today, and let's get straight on to it. So, I'm really sorry guys, but we still need to talk more about Star Wars Battlefront 2 because more and more ridiculous news keeps coming out about it. So first of all, it was the most ever downvoted thread on Reddit with over 6,000 downvotes. It was ridiculous. People are really angry about this, and for a reason. The main reason is that somebody actually did calculations how long it will take to unlock every single piece of content in the game. So right now it is 4,000 hours 500, oh sorry, let me say that properly, 4,529 hours. That's 188 days of straight play. That's half a year of playing straight, just without any pauses. That is insane. Ridiculously insane. So let's say you can play about 3 hours a day. If you're dedicated, let's say you're a dedicated player, you can play 4 hours a day. So 4,528 is 1,132 days. That's more than 3 years of playing until you unlock everything. And you can see it only gets more ridiculous, so it becomes more than 6 days, almost 6.5 days. If you play 2 hours a day, nobody will be playing this game so long. So, yeah, you done fucked up. Why would you do this? Did nobody go through numbers at your place? Did nobody look like, okay, so how long would it take for someone to unlock everything? No, it shouldn't be 4,500 hours. The other option to unlock all of this content is to spend just a little above $2,000. That's the price of a good, great computer. That's what you can spend for a high-end computer with peripherals. Yay, did nobody at your place stop for 1 second and think about this? Because this is seriously fucked up. $2,000 or 3 years of casual play, and not casual dedicated play. Of course, I'm not talking about people who play 10, 12 hours a day, but even those, they will take little under a year before they unlock everything. And this is Star Wars. People will want everything, every single little thing they can get their hands on, and they shouldn't be spending as much time as they currently are. This is just purely ridiculous. At this moment, the game should just be boycotted. People shouldn't buy this game. If you wanted to buy this game, if you didn't want to buy this game, just don't. If you bought it, just stop playing it. Make EA realize that their policies are wrong. And yes, we have known for a very long time that EA was a crappy publisher, but never ever in the past was it this bad. I can't stress how much I am pissed. Seriously, at this point, I'm tempted not to talk about EA until they fix it. Sadly, I cannot really do it because EA has probably the most news and I wouldn't have what to talk about half the time. But at least what we can all do is to agree and boycott this game so they are forced to reconsider their choices, and first of all that they will change them, and second of all that it won't happen again. People, please, don't do it. And I'm obviously not the only person who is pissed, because the developers of Star Wars 2 Battlefront are now getting death threats. So I want to stress one thing. This is not acceptable behavior either. You shouldn't be sending death threats. This probably makes me angry a little bit more. I can understand people being angry. You can see I'm pretty riled up as well. But that doesn't mean I will go around and start sending death threats. That's dumb. You should never, ever send death threats. What you should do is, again, boycott the game. Let's actually see. One of the developers actually said that they got currently 7 death threats and over 1,600 individual personal attacks right now. I can probably be okay with individual personal attacks, though still, whenever you go into an ad hominem fallacy, you lost the argument. You should always stick with good reasons and things that actually might help. Attacking the developers won't do shit, because I can guarantee you this wasn't their decision. This was a decision somewhere more up the line, somewhere in the corporate sphere of EA, where they were like, okay, this is Star Wars, we can just milk the shit out of this. The developers probably just made a game and they were told, okay, so the prices for each item will be this and that. Stop sending developers death threats, stop insulting them, stop making personal attacks against them. For one thing, it will only turn against you because all of these behaviors are illegal around most of the world and very likely in the place where you live. So stop doing it. Just don't buy the game. If you have bought it, try to get a refund. Maybe you can, though, with what we heard yesterday that the refund button is gone. It will be harder, though. There's probably some refund policy on EA's website. You can read through it and find out whether you are eligible for a refund. If you are, go get one right now and don't buy the game until this is fixed. Once it's fixed, consider carefully whether you want to buy the game. Though actually, if they fix it, there might be a good reason to buy the game, because you will only show them that if they behave good, you will buy their games, and if they behave bad, you will not buy their games. And that's it for Star Wars Battlefront, unless something really big comes out. I will try to avoid Star Wars Battlefront from now on. If they fix it, I will obviously report on this issue. If some of the developers actually gets killed, then I will report on that, though I sincerely hope it won't come to that. But otherwise, I will try to avoid Star Wars Battlefront news from now, so I give them less publicity and thus hopefully less people buying their game, because as we all very well know, even bad publicity is still publicity and gets you sales. Okay, let's move on to the next game. This time we're going to talk about, oh, yay again, yay! This time we're actually going to talk about something we know very little about. This time we're going to be talking about Anthem. And EA claims they want to turn Anthem into a franchise just like Star Wars Battlefront. Just hearing that makes me shiver. Anthem looks seriously amazing. It looks like a great action game set in a very interesting looking world. Of course, we don't have that much information. We saw only a few trailers, but nobody really got their hands on the game. And I think it was pretty obvious that they will try to turn this into a franchise. It would have been surprising if they didn't with such a big AAA game. They say that they want Anthem to be a 10-year-old journey, similar to Activision Bungie's shooter Destiny. And yeah, I know that's pretty okay. I'm okay with them having a few different games planned for this, and not just only DLC, and are of course useful, but I'm mainly hoping that we will just get to see more of this world, because it seriously looks pretty amazing. I'm sorry for a little bit wrongful on my part with the cuts. I'm still not used to the new software. Hopefully it doesn't look as distracting as it looks to me. What we really need to hope right now is the thing, as we were talking before, that EA learns from the issues with Star Wars Battlefront now, and this doesn't happen in Anthem or any further game that we will see in the future. Right now, the game is scheduled to release somewhere in the fall of 2018 for all major consoles and PC, except for the Switch, but you can probably guess why that is. The reasons are pretty easy. The fact is just the game will probably take a bit too much power for the Switch to handle, at least at its current state. Maybe we could get a port eventually in the future. If the Switch is really successful, I would not be surprised if that was the case. But also you need to remember, currently EA has said they don't have any plans for games made for the Switch by them. Okay, and that ends EA for us today. And I'm very glad because EA just, oh man, today they just got me pissed. So let's talk about Russia. If I be what? Russia? What does Russia have to do with games? Well, Russia tried to use a screenshot from a mobile game to prove that the United States are cooperating with ISIS, or ISIL. And as ridiculous as it sounds, it is just exactly that. It's just ridiculousness on top of ridiculousness. So I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm from Czech Republic. I'm from the former Soviet bloc. And the Czech people have a lot of resentment against the Russians. And to be honest, this doesn't really surprise me. Russians have been trying to really influence with their propaganda machine many things in the Czech Republic, from presidential elections to normal elections. I'm not saying that this is necessarily wrongful doing on that part, because all major superpowers around the world try to influence elections in places that they feel are strategic for them, like, you know, important. So they tried to pass off an iPhone game image as a proof of cooperation between the United States and an insurgent operation that they are currently fighting against. Let me quickly download the picture. I hope it will work. Yes, it seemed the download works. Let me just get it online for you guys. Okay, I need to put it here. Quickly. God damn it. Yeah, here it is. Let me open it. Okay, so here's the actual picture. This is a picture from a mobile game on the iOS. I'm trying to find out. Oh, sorry. I forgot to pause the image. So here you can see it. Is there no what game it is? I can't see what game it is. Yeah, but the probably most funny thing about this is Russians actually tried to they accused Americans of doing exactly this, that they used images from games as proof that Russians are doing bad things. And now Russia is doing the exact same thing, and it's hilarious. Lovely that a person called Elliot Higgins actually got to find this out because he's working for an online myth-busting website called Bellingcat. And good job, Elliot. This is what journalism should look like. Very good job. I hope you get a great Christmas bonus. Okay, let's move on to the last piece of news today, something that a lot of people will certainly be interested in, I'm pretty sure of that, and that is that we have a chance that a new Super Mario movie could happen, as Nintendo is getting close to a deal with the studio that made Minions and other movies. So I think most of us gamers actually saw the old Super Mario Bros. Movie. Man, that was a bad movie. I think there's maybe one great scene in the, and you know, that's just monkeys. It's one of my favorite memes online, and it's been reported by the Wall Street Journal that Nintendo is in talks with the Illumination Entertainment, part of Universal, who's responsible for movies like The Despicable Me, The Secret Life of Pets, and Minions. And they have been talking about this deal for probably about a year, and the deal is now close to an agreement. And this is just awesome. I'm hoping this movie will actually be Well, I'm pretty sure this movie will actually be better than the old Super Mario Bros. Movie, because that one is so abysmally bad that they really don't have that hard of a job to make a better movie. Report states that Nintendo wants to play a creative role inside the movie, probably for the best, and the series creator Shigeru Miyamoto, who is now a director inside the company, will potentially serve as a producer. And Miyamoto has some previous experience with movies, releasing a series of Pikmin shorts, and Nintendo made it very clear that they are interested in expanding into films, but they want to do more than just licenses. So I'm going to guess they're probably going to work with some studios, the similar way Marvel is working with other studios to actually create great movies, or similar way Marvel was working before they got big. And with that being said, that's going to be it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed these little news pieces. I hope you're as mad as me for the Battlefront and that you will boycott them. I hope that you got a good laugh out of Russia and that you are looking forward to seeing a Super Mario movie as much as I am. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, be sure to give up that thumbs up, be sure to subscribe to our channel. If you're watching this on Steven.com, be sure to give us an upvote and follow our blog. And with that being said, see you guys later with more gaming content.